Alright, Windows ready? Music ready? Let's get down right to it. What's up, everyone? Maybe you can tell by the mic, I'm back in the studio, back in Sweet Home, Alabama. And got a good one for you today. I prepared extra, but here we go. Let's open our daily loot. Spent a couple of days, was driving, a lot of things happened. Hopefully everybody's enjoying the day wherever you are, if it's a good day. Enjoying the rain like I am if it's raining, but enjoying whatever the moment that you are in. Alright, let's move on. Today's a pretty big one, so I'm just gonna dive right into it. Alright, request for Rarity crafting. Alright, Kangaroo, there you go. This is for you. Let's follow along first. Open up crafting. Let's look at this is a nice thing, Rarity.game analytics. I always like to check what the current status is. Right now, you can check the total summoners. We're approaching 3 million summoners, 147 unique owners. Some people might have different unique multiple addresses. So I would say cut that in half if you want to be conservative, just in case everybody have at least 2, right? Maybe 33% or 60% if you want. So I would say about 100,000 unique is pretty darn good playing this game. 35% is in level 2. Nobody's in level 3 yet. Most people are probably halfway there, just like I am. They will be reaching level 3 next week. But level 2's where crafting is. A lot of people, it was 20% a couple of days ago. A lot of people coming in. It's going to be 50%, maybe 60% soon. And you'll be more level 2s and level 1s. But I created a couple level 1s. Wow, why do I have so much? I created too many, I think. But anyways, crafting. So I did some research on crafting, and here's what I know. So crafting is actually intelligent. It's your int modifier. So the first thing to know that the only character that scale of wizard is. I really like this Rarity MMO. They're updating their, so you can tell because it scales with whatever this is, and this wizard is the only one. So this is the best class to make a crafter if you are interested in finding out what you wanted just for crafting. And now since this is the only one I have, so I'm gonna make him a crafter for now. So I created a couple of wizards that's gonna catch up maybe later, but I'm gonna just use this one as demonstration for you guys. And I think I set my skill as a crafter. You probably want to dump everything into intelligence, so he doesn't do anything but just crafts for you. But I already set it as a, I didn't know. I thought he was supposed to be wise, but I guess wizards are more intelligent than wise. I don't know. So next thing you want to do is come here, set the skill. So they have to have at least 1 skill point in craft. So this is a nice little thing. You just come here to add the craft. All right. I'm gonna bump this, and it's gonna be crafting. Spend all my points in the craft. Just see what the best crafters can do. You can add, just use whatever the rest of points. Profession's a good one since it's a crafting profession. Knowledge seems pretty good. So retry. I only have about 50 more points. So 4 max 5. So I'm gonna do 1 more. Let's see, hide this. By no means this is the optimal way. Alright, I'm just going along because the optimal way you kind of hindsight go back, but I'm just gonna go. Spellcraft sounds pretty good. I'm gonna do this. There's some cross class like appraisal, all this you can put in there and test out, but it's too much for me to go through right now. So I'm gonna do these 4. I'm gonna mask all of them, just so I think for crafter is what nice point spread. I'm gonna make a more optimized wizard crafter. Come on, you save the changes, save the skills. All right, there you go. Alright, after that goes through, okay, you should have your crafting. Later on, they're gonna have good, hopefully but right now. So you have your skill point set, attribute set. Now we're gonna go into the, okay, we can close that now. Now go back to Medium Post. All right, you can read through this, but I'm gonna do a simple, really quick run. All right, so to go through, you can look at the DC2 the numbers. We're gonna do a simple like a club, axe. We're gonna make the first character, first item. All right, you can, if you do middle click on this weapon, then you can come to their the contract, and if you go to read contract, you can see all the items. Okay, so the character, so the item class 1 for good, 2 for armor, 3 for weapon. These numbers will come up handy later, but inside that one, so 3 for weapon, inside there's also numbers for these different kind of weapons that you want to craft. They go up higher and higher as you, I guess, you go up. And this is, you can see the, if you do query, you can see their information. So we're just going to do a simple first one. All right, it's a ID for this will be item class is 3 for weapon and 1 for axe. I'm going to remember that. As we scroll down here, you want to, if you don't have this class window, middle click, remember middle mouse click to open up a contract address. You can keep that handy. This opens up this contract. You want to come here to write. Make sure you connect your MetaMask. All right, so first thing you want to do, you want to copy, better yet, okay, if you read through this, I'm sure most of you have already, and you just want to get through what is this part. All right, this is, it's almost like code, like this is like function, this is like the input that you want to put in there. So, and this is really helpful over here too. All right, so this is, you want to middle click on the GitHub over here. This link should be in the front over here, and this will have all the addresses right here. That's all that you're going to be needing later. So first thing you want to do, follow the instructions. You want to rarity.approve. So you want to come here. I want to first of all thank Art of Speculation. I went through this video and got through, he answered some of the questions that I didn't have. So I'll keep the link below. If my video doesn't help, check out his video, which came out a day before mine. Figured it out before me, so shout out to him. All right, back to this. We're gonna do, first of all, he says to middle click, right click. You can just go in there. It's better to middle click so you can have your old windows open. You want to come to your Rarity contract. You want to write, follow it. Okay, you want to approve. So we're gonna go back to our wizards ID from the main page. You can find it right there. We're gonna copy that ID right there. Come back to the Rarity address. I think it's right there. No, this one right here. Rarity manifestus. Connect your MetaMask. Alright, so we're here at the Rarity manifested at the address. Approve. So what the instruction is this is the contract, this is the function, and we want to input the contract address. Alright, contract address for crafting, you want to just highlight that and copy that. You just copy, come back to this, paste into that. So we're going to approve the crafting for ID, for this ID. So we're going to write. Alright, you should go through. If it throws you an error, then it's an error. Then you should have a lot of make you pay a big amount of FTM. That means you messed up. So crafting contract summoner. Next step, we're gonna go to the Rarity Gold contract and approve function. Alright, go back to GitHub here, middle click on the gold. Same thing, go down to contract, write, connect. We're gonna approve from which is gonna be your ID, summoner's ID, which is, go back here. Alright, first number is this. I've been doing this on my other account, so excuse me if I do some OPSEC, cutting in and out. Oh wow, for me cutting in and out, I actually cut out a lot of things that I actually did. So we're back here at approving the gold. Alright, the first one is your crafter ID. Second parameter is this thing right here, 175,879. Andre already gave it to you. I'm going to paste that into here. And the third parameter is -1, as it says it on here. Alright, so that is the gold approved. So after that, I already did mine earlier. So there's no point for me to write it. You just do that, pay the fee, and it will go in. And now next step, we're going to do the crafting materials. The materials will be this one. This is the crafting, is the doing. The craft itself is the materials itself. See? So you want to come to contract here, write, and also connect. And same thing as before, from is your craft back here. You know, copy the crafter character that you want to use, the user ID. Mine is this one. So you just right click, copy that back to the contract craft. Always, this is the material. Paste that in there. Spender, also same thing. Andre gave you that one. It's the second one, -1 for there. I do not want to go. If I click, you'll show some other characters I don't want to cut in and out again. So after that, you do that, you are ready to craft. We want to actually do we want to play with the simulate first before we craft. So we're gonna come back to the GitHub, back to the crafting contract again, and we're gonna come back to read first. If you scroll down to the little bit bottom here, there's a simulate. If you put in your a crafter's ID like mine, put that right there. You put in the base type, say 1 for goods, 2 for armor, 3 for weapon. Type 3 is say 1 for axe, like I showed you back here. Have this let's see where your codex for your items. Rarity, codex, your goods. Oh yeah, weapon, middle click, you'll pop up here, go to contract, and you look at the read contract and the items. Well, we're gonna do one, but I do not have enough materials, so I just have everything approved. I'll do it on the next video. And after you put in and you simulate, let me just put in my number real quick. Alright, so after I input my number here, right, 3, 1, craft my summoner crafter, and you press query, and you should get a couple of keep querying. If it's above, if it's true, then it will work. Sometimes it's false, so if you query it about 90-87%, look like most of the time it's true, I think it's pretty good to go forward with it. You can lower it, the amount of material, see how much the DC will rise a little bit, but it seems like most of the times like more false will come up. So if I want to risk saving some of my materials, or if I just put more materials in, it will kind of lower it more. If I put 200, would it be more? No, actually, yeah, if it's 200, you'll make sure you'll definitely, no matter what, right? So it depends on the material. It can, and your skills. Oops. Well, anyways, after that, right, after you simulate, you can come back to the right and input all those parameters and go do it. But I do not have enough materials. I will need to transfer after doing some more more dungeons back here to collect more materials. I already did it for today, so maybe tomorrow or the next days I'll have enough to go through it. At least you'll know how to do it if you have enough materials, right? And go ahead and like right here, put in what you just simulated and craft. It might fail after. If it's successful, you can come to the summoners market and go to your weapon, go to your info weapon or whatever that. This should show up down here. Whatever that's the easiest visual way to look at it, as all these MMO contracts catch up on their. It's actually very complicated. That is why the people who kind of interact directly with contract gets a little head start. I hope that video helps you. Let me back to the regular schedule program. Alright, so I don't have the materials, so it's just gonna throw something right here. If I have materials, I will do this follow through on the next one. When I collect more and transfer it over. For a quick transfer, all right, it's just if you want to transfer the materials, you just want to come to the crafts, little click, and there's a transfer. I'll preview it since I'm not gonna do it this time, since this is pretty long already. You want to do transfer from your ID to everybody, your ID to the crafter ID, how much you should have these parameters, and you'll go. So you don't need any approvals since everybody already is under your under your control anyways. So next time when I have about 100, I will come back and do a craft. That is why it is very limited. That is why they cost. If you come back to the summoners, they're no less than 350 to 3 or more, which if most people haven't spent that much to get to here. And when they start crafting and they have a lot of characters that can get their materials, they can start crafting better and better weapons. And if they maxed out their crafter like a wizard, it's the market is starting up. So I hope that helps. Go ahead and try out this crafter, and next one when I have enough materials, I'll craft one right in front of you and try to sell it on the market, or try to take it into the dungeon, the raid, and the next step what we're gonna do, right? All right, I hope that helps. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.